is Amber Kilman, and this is my critical assignment of my psychological factors presentation. So, my target population and my rationale. So, the population that I chose was the gym population. But specifically, I chose the athletes, those who go to the gym pretty much 24/7 and work and breathe the gym all the time, and obese people, but even though they're overweight, they are going to the gym to lose weight. I chose these because with the current pandemic going on, they've had to change their mindset a lot, and I had to compare their motivations, goals, and how they had to change their environment because of the pandemic going on. So I wanted to see, with the pandemic going on, how they had to change effectively in order to continue exercising. So, a few of my sources that I felt really helped with my research was Halverson, which is Do Rewards Encourage Gym Visits. For his research, he went and gave money to people to actually go to the gym. So, if they went to the gym, they were able to receive money. But in the end, only about 0.14% of gym visits were logged from the group. So even though people were receiving money to go to the gym, they didn't go because they lacked the motivation to want to continue and felt that by getting money, even though it was a reward, it wasn't worth it in the end. So I felt that was a very interesting article, that even though you're getting free money, they still stopped going to the gym. Another article that I found interesting was Chevy and many others, and it was about weight stigma at the gym, because obese people do feel that stigma when they go to the gym, and that's why a lot of them don't like to work out at the gym. Because some people are like, oh my gosh, look at that guy working out, and they think it's funny, but they're just trying to improve their health. So a lot of people that are obese often face weight-related victimization and discrimination at the gym, and that's part of the reason why they don't go and work out. So I thought that was an interesting article to add to my research, because it does prevent obese people from working out. Another article that I found interesting had to do with the current coronavirus pandemic, and it's because the gyms had to close during the pandemic, so a lot of people could not go to the gym to work out. So they had to change their mindset and start working out at home by creating their own gym or using YouTube videos or apps to exercise during this current pandemic. And the American Heart Association stated, just because gyms are closed, it does not mean fitness should be given up entirely, which is very true. Just because the coronavirus and everything is going on, there are other ways that you can work out at home. And some gyms are open currently right now, but you may never know. They may close again like they've had to before they started working out outside and bringing the equipment outside. So there are ways to stay active and healthy even though the gyms are closed. There are some different physical environment, social environment, and family culture that goes on that affects these individuals. So with their physical environment, Delina, Atima, and Campiusis, very hard name, sorry. They found at the end of their research experiment that the different groups performed better in a setting that is more fit for their motivation and goals. So if you feel more comfortable working out at the gym, you're going to be doing a lot better at the gym motivation-wise, and you're going to feel more pumped going to the gym. If you feel like, oh, there's too many people at the gym, I don't want to go to the gym, and you feel all that anxiety, you're not going to want to go to the gym. You'd rather work out at home. So a setting does help make people feel good or bad. And with the coronavirus, a lot of people felt anxiety for having to change their physical environment. But after you get through that stage of anxiety and then you're able to accept, oh, I have to work out at home now, then you're able to feel more comfortable. Social environment is a big thing, and some of the people that I know that work out together, they love working out with their friends and they feel more motivated to work out with someone. So the theory of planned behavior explains that some people only exercise based on their attitudes and their beliefs about its benefits. So if I see my friend working out, I'm going to want to work out too because they're motivating me to try it. But some people don't have that. If they don't have that social support, if they're not around people who want to work out, they're not going to want to work out either. So it goes both ways. So if you see somebody working out, you're going to want to work out. If you don't see somebody working out, you're not going to want to work out. So I feel as though a social environment is very important when it comes to exercise. And family culture affects it as well, because you always want to make sure that your family is happy. And some family cultures, they have a negative and positive impact on one another when it comes to exercise. Because some families do exercise together and they're able to motivate each other just like in the social environment. But there are others that want nothing to do with exercises. And because you want to make your family happy, you feel pressured to adhere to your family's beliefs. So in my one assignment, I stated that my family does not eat fish whatsoever. They hate the smell, they hate the look, they don't want to look into the fish's eyes, so they don't eat fish. So I've never had fish. But when I got with my husband, he loves fish and he introduced me to fish. So I eat fish with him, but I don't eat fish with my family because my family doesn't accept it. So that's kind of the family culture that plays within exercise. There are some barriers, and I've actually gone through a couple of these barriers. Negative self-talk, I believe, is a big one. It happens when people find that exercise is too hard. So they may say, I can't do this, or this is too hard. And it really affects you start to get a lack of motivation because you don't want to exercise if it's hard. If you feel that it's hard, you want to give up. So having that negative self-talk can really stop people from exercising. Perfectionism as well. So many people don't feel satisfied with their goals. So one example would be the video on bigorexia. The man in the video, even though he was totally ripped and pretty much didn't have an ounce of fat, he said, oh, I don't like, my back needs work, my arms need work. He still found something to nitpick about himself because he feels that he needs to be perfect, but that can only lead to a negative effect on yourself because not everybody is perfect. So perfectionism can be a barrier and prevent people from exercising and growing. And unrealistic goals, a lot of people don't understand how to make a realistic SMART goal, which is coming up with a goal that can be achieved in a relatively easy time frame. So if I want to lose 3% body fat in a month, that's a more realistic goal than people wanting to lose 20 pounds in 1 week. That's not realistic. So when people don't meet that goal, it causes people to quit exercising. So it's important that when you do exercise, you do have a realistic goal. And there are many factors that I found that could affect my population. So the environment change really affected many people in my population. They had a very hard time dealing with their change of environment. Brown stated that even though the gyms were closed, there was a surge of fitness apps being downloaded. So you can work out at home, and those apps can help you to motivate you and to help you understand, oh, this is how I can work out at home. And purchasing gym equipment can help your home feel more like a gym. So you can work out at home and you can change your environment. It may be uncomfortable, but it can be done. A lack of motivation I felt was found in my populations because due to the pandemic, the gyms were closed. So why do I have to exercise if the gym's closed? You know? But Aruk and Janowski explain that many people are self-motivated to go to the gym to improve their health and appearance. So when you're self-motivated, then you want to continue exercising even though the gyms are closed. So it's important to have self-motivation to help with goal setting. And when you have a goal in mind, you're more motivated to achieve that goal than if you didn't have a goal in the first place. The stigma of obesity at the gym is a big one. So many people who were obese felt that they were being judged just by working out at the gym. And Chevy explains that they felt negative attitudes toward the gym, behavior, cope with stigma, weight bias, internalization, unhealthy weight control practices, and poor self-reported physical and emotional health. Just because people were looking at obese people with discrimination. But they're there to improve themselves, and Simon explains there are many health risks when it comes to being obese. So kidney stones, erectile dysfunction, prostate cancer, benign prostatic hyperplasmia, and more. So these people are trying to improve their health by going to the gym. So please make sure that if you are at the gym as well, that you don't look at someone who's obese and think, why are they here? Well, they're here to get fit just like you. And then availability of health and potential workout partners. With the coronavirus, a lot of people couldn't work out together because of that fear of being sick. So let's say if I train with my friend and then now I don't have my friend for working out with, that just made me lose so much motivation because I had that friend to give me motivation. And Brown found in an interview that he did with a woman about the coronavirus, she says, I'm legit worried about catching it, so she decided to avoid the gym altogether. So that could be a big factor that can affect health and performance in my population. A mission statement that I live by when it comes to my coaching is I returned and saw under the sun that the race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, neither yet bread to the wise, nor yet riches to men of understanding, nor yet favor to men of skill, but time and chances happeneth to them all. Elysiastes 9:11. So when I was in swimming, I made sure I raced to win. And I wanted to make sure I could beat everybody. And even though people have faster times, I wanted to beat them. And I made sure I gave it my all when I swam. So I want to teach this for when I'm coaching my swimmers to show just because someone has a faster time than you doesn't mean that you have to give up. Try your best, and you want to make sure that you can go in there, give it your all. If you don't win, that's fine. If you get a better time, that would be great. So that's the mindset I want to instill to my athletes. I learned so much in this class. I didn't realize how big psychology has in the part of athletics. I would like to research more about the different theories, so like the health belief model, the social support model. I found those very interesting when going through the class and learning more about them, because those do have big roles for people when it comes to exercising. And when I coach, I'm going to make sure I check on my athletes' mental health and physical health when it comes to them exercising, because mental health, as learned throughout this course, is very important, especially exercising, because it can affect so much. Your brain can affect so many parts of your body because it is the central control center. So I'm now learning that through in this course. It's helped me realize that the brain really controls everything. So here are my sources. That was my presentation. I hope you enjoyed it, and it was wonderful going through the different psychological aspects of these populations. So Thank you for watching.